Hello everyone, Colin Canet here for Woodwork Web. Today I'm going to try and get myself organized. I've been needing some kind of a photographic box or bag to carry all my gear whenever I'm doing videos outside of the shop because I'm always forgetting things. I have a couple of bags here, a couple of small bags, and they kind of work, and I know you can buy big photographic bags. I haven't found anything I like, so I'm a woodworker. I'm going to make one, so join us while I make a photographic box for Colin. For this project, I picked up a good quality plywood. This is called Baltic birch. It's only a ½ inch thick, but it's got 7 plies and there's no voids in it, so it's a really good quality plywood to use for something like this. The plies in plywood, of course, are running at 90-degree angles to one another, and I found the best blade for this is this Freud 50-tooth combination blade. So I'm just going to set the height to just about a ½ tooth above what the material will be. I've already set the distance for the fence. All I have to do now is start running some plywood. Now I'm going to cut the length of the box now, and I'm going to rough cut it about 16½ inches because I want the front and the back to be identical, so I'm going to end up gang cutting them to get the exact finish. So I'm going to do the rough cut first of all. And now I'll do the finished cut. Now I'm going to cut the ends. I'm also going to rough cut them and then do a gang cut at the end. Quite a few videos ago, I made a video on how to make a simple box. I'll put a link to it on the end of this video so you'll be able to go back and look at it. We're going to use some of that same technology in making this. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm back at the table saw, what I want to do now is I want to cut some rabbets on the 2 sides of each of my front and back. So this is the front and this is the back, and I'm going to cut a rabbet down each side of this because the ends are going to fit in there. And off camera I just cut the top, and it's actually the same size as the front and the back because that's the way the dimensions worked out. And on this one, I'm going to cut a rabbet all the way around because this will then inset on top of that. Now to help me hold these, I'm going to use my air nailer, and I'm just using a 3/8, just a small little air nail in there, and we'll just tack them together with that. And this is a pretty simple job from here. Just lay some glue. Now, I couldn't find a handle that I liked, so I've ended up with this handle, and it's the best I could find. I don't like this handle, and the reason is because it sits on top. It's easy to hang on to, but it sits on top, and that means that if you put something on top of the box, they rock around, and I don't like that because things can vibrate off, they slide off, they're just not easy to stack. So what I want to do with this is I want to recess this handle into the top. I think I'll start off by drilling some holes, and I've got a sacrificial board underneath. Now what I want to do on this top is just ease the edges on here. So I've put a round over bit in my router table, and now I'm just going to ease those sharp edges. Now to put the handle in, of course, I need a base underneath there. So I've just cut off camera, I've just cut a little piece of wood that now I need to glue onto here. So I'll glue that and clamp that. So this is the bottom of my box, and because I want the base to be sitting up a little bit off the floor, I need to put something to fasten that to. So I've cut some little strips, and I'm just going to glue those on, glue them and tack them with a couple of air nails, and then we can put the floor on. Well, that's it. That finishes up my little photographic box. And, you know, it's perfect. It's got the recessed handle. It's big enough that I can put two of my bags in if I want, my smaller bags, if I want to carry those around. And the other thing I might do is I might just line it with foam. I haven't really decided yet. What I do know, I'm not going to finish the outside with anything. I want it to look as plain as possible because there's going to be thousands of dollars worth of photographic gear in here, and I don't want it to look attractive in any way on the outside. So I'm just going to leave it plain, and eventually it'll get darker color and it'll get scuffed and so on, and that's perfect. That's how I want it to look. So that concludes our video today. I'm Colin Canet for Woodwork Web. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, we ask you to do that. Follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. But don't forget, there's going to be an article on this as well on Woodwork Web, and the link is in the description box underneath the video. So stay tuned, because I've got lots more builds to do.